Hello and welcome to another edition of UFO Video Addicts. Let me give you a preview of what I got coming up in this video. The first is a UFO sighting in Las Vegas that's very similar to the Phoenix Lights incident. Let's see. Also have this article here about a CIA document that talks about the Lithuanian SWAT team's encounter with a pulsating UFO. And then there's also a video. I'm not too sure if it's the same one, though, or relates to the same thing. I also have this military pilot photograph of a UFO over Italy. Let's see, this is a UFO over Florida, and it's one of these UFOs that just disappears real quick. This is a strange video from a vertical cinematographer of a double sun. Yeah, I never really bought into that Nibiru thing, but that's something going on there. Let's see, this is a pretty long video by this guy. I think this is Scott Waring, UFO Sightings Daily, but he points out this strange triangle that he came across on this video. Yeah, some of the other things he talks about I'm not too sure about, but yeah, this part is definitely strange. Let's see, I also have this video of a footprint that they found in 200 million year old rock, which again goes back to, what I said, that, what we've been taught is all completely wrong, that this planet was occupied by other advanced civilizations that obviously got, wiped out through some cataclysms or something. But they were definitely here. Let's see. This is a document about a UFO encounter. Let's see. And then last is this video here from the 1960s. that they used to play at the end of a broadcast. It wasn't like today when they have 24/7 news. Back in the 60s, everything used to turn off at a certain time. But apparently they put a lot of subliminal messaging inside of these videos as people were falling asleep. So we'll take a look at that. So let me get to the first one here. Yeah, this just recently happened, and we got one of these vertical cinematographer here, but we do get some pretty amazing footage.
Why are they just hanging above the city like that? Whoa! Yo, am I seeing some UFO shit? Because if I am, that's tight. What is going on? Yo.
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of people who've submitted videos for this. So, yeah, this is very similar to the Phoenix Lights, which, again, I don't think, well, you know what, that could be something traveling from a faraway planet or dimension. But let's see, this link here is about a CIA document about a Lithuanian SWAT team's encounter with pulsating UFO. A recently declassified CIA briefing document tells of the aggressive actions of a spherical UFO that invaded the airspace of a village in Lithuania near the Russian border. The incident occurred June 26, 1996, when two highway patrol officers spotted the sphere hovering about 60 feet in the air above the small village of Nemezy. When they got closer to the UFO, they became alarmed and called for backup from the police, including soldiers from the ARAS Rapid Reaction Team. The UFO was pulsating, alternatively shrinking and expanding. At the same time, they heard what they described as a strange sound like electric or electronic crackle, the report stated. Wanting to take a closer look at the UFO, the policemen moved toward it. When they had advanced about 50 meters through the long grass, the police said the sphere moved away, rose higher, and rapidly departed in the direction of Villeneuve. So now, how often have we seen videos of spheres cruising around, But anyways, let's take a look at this. I'm not too sure if this is the same incident, but it definitely shows something.
This amateur footage purports to show a UFO over the parliament in Vilnius, capital of Lithuania. The craft hovers noiselessly, appearing to land. At dawn the next morning, local militia videotaped this nearby. Enhanced, the night visitor looks like this. It moves unlike a normal helicopter or plane.
Yeah, this video is kind of hard to make out, but I'll leave a link to this page in the description so you could check that out. Let me go to this. This is just a video about this photograph here. I mean, we don't, it doesn't really get into anything else except, yeah, this is a artist rendition here. The pilot activated them and approached UFO up to a distance of 70 to 80 meters. I don't think there's a... Yeah, I don't think this is that acting, they don't show anything moving. It's just, talking about this cylinder-shaped UFO, which again, this is apparently the shape of this craft that flew over the airline pilot. So yeah, whatever this isn't something that's coming from another dimension or another planet. These are our advanced neighbors. That this is the craft that they use in the same way. We fly around in jets. They obviously cruise around in these things. Let's see now this video here. Now, yeah, watch this. This definitely, makes what I call a UFO maneuver, which is it just disappears in the blink of an eye. Gone. And you can actually see it when it makes that movement. Let me see. Let me go back. Yeah, you can see it. But it's just so fast because they're using a different kind of propulsion system. But anyways, a link to that will be in the description. Let's see this video here. Yeah, like I said, I never really bought into that Nibiru thing.
Two sons. Or Nibiru, or the Red Kachina, or the Destroyer, or whatever you want to call it. Prophecy's kind of my bag, so I enjoy reading a lot of it. I have for...
Yeah, another video cinematographer here, but I don't think that's lens flare. And I'll admit there was one time where I saw something like this in the wrong part of the sky. And I was trying to, tell other people, hey, look, that's not where the sun is supposed to be? And they agreed with me. And, I never really heard anything about that. But, yeah, this is definitely strange. I've seen something similar myself with my own eyes. I couldn't explain it. But anyways, let me go on to this next video here. Yeah, this one, let me just play the beginning of this because, yeah, I don't really follow what he's saying in the rest of the video.
Over here in the hillside. Now let me zoom out to give you the full scope of it. As you can see, this is Gigapan. And as you zoom in here, not only is there a white triangle here, there is a window or something over here, a square opening. Guys.
Yeah, that square could just be a missing pixel. I don't think that's necessarily something that's there. That could just be a digital anomaly. But this is definitely something strange because, yeah, something like this, there's nothing else around it that's similar.
I thought this was a fungus, but could it be possible that this is a doorway? It's blocking an entrance to something? That the white substance is actually sealing the outside from the inside. It looks kind of strange and it's kind of awesome. But let me
Yeah, well, anyways, he goes on to talk about some other things, but I don't want to play his entire video. I'll leave a link in the description so you could check it out yourself. Let's see. Yeah, this here, like I said, what we've been taught about, how civilization started in Samaria and all that stuff it's completely wrong. This is called evidence of advanced civilizations that occupied this planet, 200 million years ago. Check this out.
Was discovered in 1917 and it dates back an astonishing 200 million years. Microphotographic analysis showed very clearly that it bore a minute resemblance to a meticulously made piece of leather, hand sewn and sometimes worn by a human foot. The photographs showed these stitches very clearly. It was also double stitched, and the twist of the thread was clearly seen. Countless enigmatic discoveries have been made in the past that point to the possibility that modern humans may have existed on Earth much earlier than conventional history suggests.
Well, again, that's obvious because there's evidence. The people that establish or that told us that civilization started 5,000 years ago, they never encountered places like Göbekli Tepe or, they never encountered footprints in rock that's 200 million years old. So they were working with limited data. We have so much more evidence now. So when you're presented with additional evidence, a reasonable person would change their belief or change their mind. But anyways, let me go on to this next link here. This is about a UFO encounter. Let me see if I can make this bigger here. Subject Air Defense Alert, 10:30 hours. At 10:30 hours EST, 6 December 1950, the headquarters U.S. Air Force Command Post was notified by the Con AC Command Post of an air raid warning alert via direct telephonic communication between headquarters U.S. Air Force and headquarters contact. The message from the contact command post read as follows: large number of unidentified aircraft approaching northeastern U.S. at high altitude. Eastern Air Defense Command is taking action to dispatch interpreters. No reason to believe they are friendly. Upon receipt of this information, the headquarters U.S. Air Force Command Post notified the White House key military personnel and key personnel on the secretary's level as provided by current directives. The chronological list of events is as follows. 10:30, the air alert message received from Con AC. 10:31, the executive officer, director of plans was informed. 10:32, the White House was informed. 10:32, Colonel McHugh, who was present in the command post at this time, left the command post to notify the Vice Chief of Staff, and Secretary of the Air Force. 10:32, Colonel Judy departed to advise the Deputy Chief of Staff, Operations, and General Ramsey. 10:32, Deputy Director of Plans notified, yada, 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 people notified. But again, if this was something innocuous, all of these people would not have been notified. And another thing, now, there's so many more of these documents that are being released showing, okay, this goes back to the 1950s, right? And, I'm still posting videos that are current, like the Las Vegas video. That's very current, right? So these UFO sightings have never stopped. And, the CIA has released documents that they've read that go back 2,000 years that they have determined indicate that people were actually describing, UFOs. So we are not alone on this planet. Again, that, I think more and more, that's what my channel is really, about. Showing how, these UFOs that are up, that people are taping and encountering on a daily basis, they're not all coming from other planets. I mean, not to say that, they aren't. And our neighbors have to be going to other planets, other dimensions, right? So if they're going out there doing business or commerce or whatever, whatever's going on out there, yeah, they're definitely going to other places. So, if there's inhabitants on those other places that they're going to, I'm sure those inhabitants have to be coming here and, engaging with these advanced civilizations too. But but for sure, our government lies to us. Our media lies to us. Television, the whole thing about television programming, that's absolutely right. Television is programming. It's programming people. But here's proof. Back in the 60s, or even up into the 70s, when they were just 3 television stations. I'm sure, some of you young people will find that hard to believe. But there was a time when, at least in the United States, it was CBS, ABC, and NBC. And then there were, local stations, and that was it. And those stations didn't broadcast 24/7, around 1, 2, or 3 o'clock in the morning. They would go off the air until like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. But before they went off the air and would go to color bars, for a couple hours, they used to play the national anthem. And so while people were slowly dozing off, they would play this national anthem. Well, when they made this back then, they had no idea that, that schmucks like me would be able to take these videos and slow them down and analyze them frame by frame, with Adobe Premiere and Photoshop and all of these other great software that we have today. The people back then had no idea that, again, that the average person would have personal computers to be able to do this. So I don't think they took stuff like that into consideration. But now that we do have all of this software, people are taking this footage and analyzing it frame by frame, and this is what we find out that they're putting in. Check this out. Well, again, this video, it plays this thing here. It plays it in regular speed, right? You see, this is how it plays, and you see these words, rolling across. Right. And again, remember, people are watching this as they're slowly dozing off, going to sleep. But anyways, so now, if you slow it down and take it frame by frame, check this out. Yeah, now they've slowed down this footage. Here you can see, in between those letters, this is what they're brainwashing people. And nowadays it's not even subliminal anymore. They've perfected brainwashing to the point where they can do it in the open, and there are so many people who will just happily buy it. But that's that. For people who have a trust in government, or who believe, anyone who watches any of the network, whether it's Fox News, MSNBC, or CNN, they're all lying to you, folks. Every single one of them. Trust me, as a person who seeks the truth, and go back and look at all my videos. I'm not really a person that buys into the bullshit. All right, I'm not into that. I'm about telling the truth and seeing through the BS. And this government, whether regardless of party affiliation, right? Because they're both two sides of the exact same coin. and we're all being snowballed by these people. But anyways, that is going to be it for this video. If you like things like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll have more things like this. Take care.